Welcome to the Big Brain Time Debate Podcast. The Christmas season is here, and we're debating something about Santa Claus. Ash, would you like to introduce our debate?
We're debating whether or not Santa Claus is a villain. Right?
Yes.
Is he a good man or is he a bad man?
Is he on the nice or the naughty list?
I think he's a bad guy.
I think he's a bad guy as well.
He's a nice man.
I don't know why that cracked me up. He's a good guy. He's a hero. Okay. My name is Seth.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Jared.
I'm Ash, but that's already been said, but hi.
All right. Why is Santa Claus evil?
Yeah, why?
Who's going to start, me or stupid?
You're already discrediting our argument. You can go first.
Oh, I can go. Okay. Well, see, I have like serious beef with Santa Claus. I'm not sure how serious I want to get with this, but like he takes favorites, and that's pretty freaking lame of him, you know? Like he's supposed to be like egalitarian, you know, he's supposed to take the institutional view of social work, but no, he picks favorites. Like rich kids, they already have so much, and he just gives them more, and it's lame. Good guys wouldn't do that. That's my...
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that
argument, Jared.
I agree with that assessment of Santa Claus. He unfavorably favors rich children, and he makes poor children feel bad about themselves.
Yeah, it's lame. There's some kids he doesn't even like visit. Like he's just like, nope, see ya, peace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Take that, pro Santa.
I'll take that and throw it right back at you, because Santa Claus is actually doing what is known as accelerationism. Basically, he's like, these kids are already spoiled rotten. I'm going to make it so much worse so that they implode in on themselves and then have to build themselves back. You see, he's actually anti-materialist. He believes that giving toys to children is actually a horrible curse upon their souls.
Your theory isn't backed up by evidence. I don't see rich kids being devastated by receiving their material goods. Also,
it's their souls.
If Santa was not materialistic, he would not give out toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would if he thought the materials were bad for them.
He doesn't. Well, here's the first thing. He doesn't always give out toys. He gives out other stuff too, like clothes, you know, the whole 9 yards.
It's still
But
materialistic.
Is it materialistic to give? Think about this. Santa works all year to get Christmas ready. What do you think he does the other 364 days of the year? He makes these gifts. He is doing this out of the goodness of his heart to make sure that the children of the world get presents, because he wants to give to people.
But is he using slave labor to do so?
Well, I guess the question
They're getting
is,
paid?
Yeah.
they have a roof over their heads and they obviously are fed.
That's a pretty low bar, Kyle.
Can think of a couple times
some
where having a roof
compensation.
over your head and being fed were not necessarily did not necessarily mean slavery was not out of the question.
Yeah. I actually agree with Jared, which, how dare you make me do that, Kyle?
On the same side, remember.
I just realized too that elves really don't have anywhere to go unless they commandeer a reindeer. Like that North Pole like setup at Santa's workshop is the only
they're
place
just
for
little
miles
people. They're just little people.
That's not the problem. The problem is not that they're employed and short. The problem is that I don't know if they have an escape. If they, well, I mean, they're magic.
Are they immortal?
I thought so. They're elves.
Do you ever see elves outside of the North Pole, though? Like, straight...
Why would they be out normal? People would make fun of them.
I have an elf here. Does that count?
I do too.
Oh, no, it doesn't, Jared.
I do too.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you live in the Arctic long enough, you have the means to escape, but I mean, what else would they do? I mean, you've seen Elf. You see what happens when an elf goes to New York City? It doesn't work out.
It's bad.
It's heartwarming. Sorry, I ended up on the anti-Santa side. It's hard to argue for him when kind of a scary person. He sneaks into our houses.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe we need that kind of disruption. We're so cloistered in, especially these days with our phones and our technology. Sometimes you just need a very, very old man to show up into your house, give you things, and eat all your food.
He stalks.
Well, the
children
thing
and
is, he
breaks
doesn't
into their
eat all
house.
your food forcibly. You have to leave it out for him to eat.
Yeah, yes, he leaves it out. You leave it out. It's a transaction. He's like a weird grandpa.
I just watched a review of Spookily the Magic Pumpkin or whatever and the Christmas Kittens, in which Santa Claus kidnapped a kitten, made this kitten fall in love with him. He had this kitten at his house for a whole year and then just like ditched him. Like, was just like, bye, hope you have a good life. But he didn't do it like normal. He made the kitten like try to get home just to be like, psych, your Christmas present is a new family. And like, I don't think a good person could do such a thing.
I would also like to point out that he turns into a raccoon at one point, and raccoons have tiny little hands, and that's rad. Kyle, don't give me that look. It's a good movie.
I'm giving you that look. 'cause
It's
what
classic cinema.
Raccoons are bad. Why would Santa Claus become... Raccoons murder kittens. Like,
There is a squirrel that lives outside my house about the size of a raccoon. He ruined my hunt.
it's a big squirrel.
Yeah, he's
It's a really
fat.
big squirrel.
He's a fat squirrel. He fell out of a tree 3 times.
Like Santa. I love that he's very content with his weight, though. You know, who's ever heard of a skinny Santa?
Seth, you literally just quoted a line from Rudolph.
Yeah, the line that is permanently in my head because that was my first line in any show ever.
Never heard of a skinny Santa.
Who's ever heard of a skinny Santa? I'm gonna have to take the suit in. It won't leave my head.
Such a good thing. That's such a good special.
This just suddenly made me picture Jared as Santa Claus, just scrawny skeleton boy. Oh wait, there's a movie about that?
Yeah.
I think I better portray Jack Skellington's version of Santa Claus. I would terrify children to death too.
Oh, sick. Can we make that movie?
I'll
Live
help.
action, just a live action
The
scene. of
live
Jack
action
Skellington
remake.
as Santa Claus.
My key argument here is he's just weird, right? Like he's making complete imitations of name brand toys right down to the label just to confuse the big corporations. He's sneaking into people's houses just to leave them stuff. I think this is a case of chaotic good all the way around.
It
Or
sounds more
chaotic
like
neutral. That's the argument we're not having. Is Santa Claus just pure neutral?
neutral.
I
Neutral.
don't think he
Like,
is. I think he's pure good.
What is Christmas magic?
Christmas
That's a good
magic.
question.
Because if he's the source of it, then I think we can make a pretty good argument that he's good.
I feel like you'd have to make an argument that Jesus is the source of Christmas magic.
And
Go back
Jesus,
to Bible.
Yeah,
in the way that God gave us Jesus, Santa is inspired to give to others.
Yeah, I've seen versions that portray him that way.
So legit, like right now I've been hired by my grandmother to write letters as Santa to my nephew, not to my other cousins, because she usually hires somebody else to do it, but the company's not doing it, so I've been hired to do it. And there's a legit letter that's just like, in the same way that God gave us Jesus, I give gifts to others. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting way to look at that. I like that.
But not all people get the same gifts get equally valuable gifts from Santa. So that by doing that, you're suggesting that Santa or that Jesus is given more to other kids, children in the world.
Hey, if you get coal, you can burn it and get some heat.
I live near Chicago. I have a heater.
Ash, you look like you want to say something.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say for a minute because Jared interrupted me, but I remembered. Also, Santa Claus gives some really mean notes to kids. Like I've heard of several kids who get notes that are like, "Hey, you suck. I'm not giving you presents," and then like he doesn't give them presents. That's a thing that happens. Like
Santa, why?
It's not nice.
No, it's not.
Maybe they were raccoons and they ate kittens.
Santa Claus or the children?
The children.
Because I've only seen evidence of Santa Claus being a raccoon who eats kittens, but also gives kittens to a grown cat, and that movie was confusing.
Santa is basically the devil because he favors some children over others.
My little cousins will argue that Santa Claus is literally the devil because he takes away from Jesus's relevance in Christmas.
And it's
Santa
really
Claus
easy.
is a nice man who gives out of the goodness of his heart and his respect for the gift that God gave us.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Like his Saint Nick days, I think that those were like, he was good. He was literally a saint, but I think he's just been overcome by, like, I don't know, society. Insert Joker meme. We live in a society and Santa Claus has fallen victim to it.
Santa
So-
Claus is the Joker.
I think our resolution here is that Santa Claus is the Joker. He is chaos, an agent of chaos, disrupting everything, all of our systems of morality, and we don't know what to do with him.
No.
Yep, that's pretty
And-
much it.
And Kyle's Christmas tradition is extremely wholesome.
Our Christmas tradition is we had a pickle on our tree.
All right, see you next week, audience.